Hi Rich, I thought I'd actually put this together a little video just to show you how I imported those species into the species database and how to add them to your project. And hopefully this will get you going and you'll be able to carry on working then. So I've started SysCAD, but I haven't started a project. So I've got a blank screen here. And now what I do is I say Edit, Project Configuration. And I don't have anything in my window, so I'm going to have to go and browse for the project configuration. So browse. And in SysCAD projects, I've got a thing called Samuel Engineering. And then it's in the CFG files, natural gas compressor.cfg. So I'll click on that and then say open. So now that's there. So the first thing we have to do is get those species into the species database. So if I click on species DB, it'll bring up my window with a database. And now I'll go import it from the HSC database. So if I click on HSC database, you'll have to browse to wherever your database is sitting. So I've got main 6 HSC, and I'll open that. And it opens up with this import species dialog box. So the big thing is to have your filter for what you wanted. So we say starts, and let's start with C2H. So hopefully we're going to get hold of C2H6. Right, there we go, ethane, and we want the ethane gas. So we check here the phase is correct, gas, and then temperature range as well is also pretty important. So that looks like a pretty good one. So I'm going to choose that one there to import. Now you could import each one individually, so I could push import and then go back and come and do it again, but I'll do them all at once. So I've picked up C2H6, let's do C3H8 now, C3H8. And that's the propane. So at the top here you can see this is phase is liquid, so that's definitely not what I want. So we're going to have to come down. We'll pick up the one at 1 bar. No, that's a liquid one there. So here gauge is 1 bar. Gauge with gas. And here's temperature range degrees Celsius to 349. I hope that that's going to do it. So let's stick on that. But I just want to go down and see what other options they've got here. I think that's probably going to be it. Okay, so we'll take that for the propane. Now we want C4H10, C4H10, and that's butane. And again, we just have to check that we get the right phase, and in this case, the right pressure. So we'll pick up this one here, 1 bar gauge, and that is a gas. Okay, and the last one is C5H12. C5H12. And again, we want pentane and we want the gas. So here we are. What does this one look like? It looks pretty reasonable. Pentane, pen gas. So we'll pick up that. Okay, so now I've got my 4 gas species. I'll say import. And it's pulled those into this SysCAD database. So there's ethane. It's individual phases gas. There's propane, and again we'll just change this to just a G so it doesn't say that 1 bar. Update. Butane, change our individual phase, gas, update that. And the last one is pentane. Gas, and update. Now you will see that these species don't have those read properties. Now those properties are really I've got a book here called Read Protsnitz and Polling. It's properties of gases and liquids. I could send you those properties separately if you wanted to get those in. That's really just the Antoine equation and the critical temperatures and pressures for those. So I can send you those separately, and then all you'd have to do is you can come in and actually fill those values in yourself. So you just open your species database, type those in, and press the update button. Okay, so I'll say done. So those are now in the species database, and now we just want to put them into the configuration. So I'll say edit and go to the next step, and here we go. So I'll change my filter from all species to vapors only. And there those new species are. So I can just hold down the shift button, pick up all 4 of them, and say add. And SysCAD pops those 4 species in. And then I say OK. And I have 3 errors and 5 warnings, which is always a problem. So let's go check and see what the issue is. I'll just say done. And in the window, low temperature limit, below 0, oh, below 1. Okay, so HSC has these CPs all going down to 0K, which SysCAD is very unhappy about and is not going to allow you to do that. But that's pretty simple to fix that up. If we go and we say Edit Project Configuration, we just go into the species database. And the 2 species, the C2H6. So let's just add this filter on here so that we can pick that up quickly. Okay, so it's got a temperature range here. You can see CP, total range 0K to 6000K, and SysCAD really doesn't like the lower range to be 0. So you can see it's this one here. I just clicked on that little down button. So instead of having that as 0K, let's just change it to 1. SysCAD will be totally happy with that if we start at 1. So I say update. And the other species that it complained about was the C5H12. So let's change our filter to C5. And we pick up that species there. And again here you can see the first range is 0. So I'm just going to delete that and change it to 1K. Update. And done. And hopefully this time when I say done, it doesn't have any more errors. So we got rid of those. So this is not a bad thing because of you've seen how to fix an error if it happens. Let me just check, and what we'll do is I'll just if I say start a new project with this configuration, I'll make sure that it doesn't give me a problem. I'll just say test. Say okay, and it's opened that fine. Okay, I hope that helps.